My name is Sophia. I want to share my story with you. It's a difficult story, but I believe it can help someone who might be going through something similar. I was married to a man named Tom. In the beginning, Tom was charming and made me laugh. We had so many wonderful moments together. Dancing in the kitchen, late-night talks, and sudden road trips. I thought I had found my soulmate. But as time went on, things began to change in ways I never expected. Tom started drinking more frequently. At first, it was just a drink after work, but soon it turned into a bottle a night. I watched helplessly as he became addicted to alcohol. I felt lost and confused. I didn't know how to help him or what to do. I tried to talk to him about it, saying, "Tom, please stop drinking. You need help." But he would just ignore me, insisting that he was fine. As his drinking worsened, Tom began coming home late, often angry and loud. He would shout about unimportant things and sometimes take his anger out on me. I remember the first time he hit me. It felt like my heart shattered into a million pieces. I loved him deeply, but I couldn't understand why he would hurt me. I felt scared and alone in my own home. Despite everything, I held on to hope. I thought if I just loved him enough, he would change. I tried to be supportive, but the more I tried to help him, the more distant he became. I felt trapped in a cycle of fear and pain. Then, one day, everything changed when I met David at a local coffee shop. He was kind and sweet, with an infectious smile that lit up the room. We struck up a conversation, and for the first time in a long while, I felt heard. David listened to my struggles without judgment and said something that stuck with me. "Sophia, you deserve to be happy and safe." Those words echoed in my mind long after we parted ways. As David and I spent more time together, I began to feel a flicker of happiness return to my life. He made me laugh again and reminded me of who I was before the darkness of my marriage covered me. But Tom noticed the change in me and became furious. He would shout at me for spending time with David. The physical abuse increased. He hit me more often, leaving bruises not just on my body, but also on my spirit. I knew then that I had to make a choice. Stay in this toxic relationship or fight for my freedom. It was terrifying to think about leaving Tom, but I realized that staying meant accepting a life filled with pain and fear. So, with a heavy heart but determined spirit, I decided to file for divorce. The process was incredibly difficult. There were days when I felt overwhelmed by sadness and guilt for leaving Tom. But deep down, I knew it was necessary for my well-being. After the divorce was finalized, I felt a mix of emotions, sadness for what could have been, but also relief that I was no longer living in fear. Slowly but surely, I began to reclaim my life. Dear listeners, if you have enjoyed listening to my life story up to this point, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like and share this video with your friends who are also looking to improve their English listening skills. Your support means a lot to me. Now let's continue with the rest of my story. I reached out to Tom multiple times in hopes of helping him seek treatment for his drinking problem. Each time, he insisted he was fine and didn't need help. It hurt to see him becoming more out of control while I was trying to move on with my life, starting a new and better chapter in life. Meanwhile, David remained by my side throughout this difficult and changing journey. He supported me emotionally and encouraged me to heal. We spent countless hours talking, laughing, and exploring new places together. With David's love and support, I began to rediscover my strength and sense of self-worth that had been buried under years of abuse. Now, as I stand here today, I am starting a new life. I am learning to love myself again and embrace the possibilities that life has to offer. My journey has taught me that it's okay to prioritize my happiness and safety above all else. If you are in a bad situation like I was, remember, you have the power to change your life. You deserve happiness, safety, and love that uplift you rather than tears you down. Don't be afraid to reach out for help or to walk away from what no longer serves you. If you like my story or found it inspiring, please subscribe and share it with your friends. There are many more stories like mine that can encourage others who may feel trapped or alone. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. Remember, you are not alone in your struggles, and there is always hope for a brighter tomorrow.